In this vlog, An Anatomy of a Troll, I'm going to be discussing a very serious topic about domestic violence. This is not something that can be taken lightly. It's not something that should be mocked in any way. If you or anyone you know is in a situation where domestic violence is involved, get help. I'm going to put links and phone numbers in the description. I'm going to show a few sites on screen now. Never feel like you can't get help. Always know that there are options. It may feel like you have no way out and nowhere to go and that no one will help you, but trust me, you can always get help. Now on to the vlog. So this is another chapter in the anatomy of a troll, because I haven't recorded any of these in over a year, almost 18 months, because I've kind of moved on and working on other stuff. I've got a podcast I'm very happy with. My job is doing so much better. I'm traveling all over the country. And this whole documentary and everything about it, I'm losing all interest in, quite frankly. The only thing lingering is the court case, which it looks like I'm going to have to appeal. I was watching the Ohio State football game as they just walloped Wisconsin. And somebody messaged me and said, Burdick is on X and he's ranting about you. And he's ranting about you and something to do with his son, his adult son. I don't have any idea what's going on. I have not been paying that close of attention. Just every now and then I'll get a message or a call or something from somebody and I'll talk to them, but I have mostly moved on from this. This is no longer my primary interest in any way.
Well, folks, Peter, John, Ross, and friends are targeting my child again. Peter has been publicly targeting my son.
I don't really know what's going on, and it's none of my business, and I don't really care. But somehow he's on X recording spaces blaming me or involving me in some way from something I wasn't even paying attention to, but whatever. But something stood out. In 2024, Matthew very vehemently denied that any woman has ever accused him of domestic violence.
You know, domestic violence is just something that I have never been accused of by any person that I've ever dated.
Specifically, he talked about the mother of his son and said that she very specifically has never accused him.
Rora certainly never accused me of committing domestic violence. So why now is Peter making all of this up? He wants to get Rora on a stand and that she never made that claim against me.
Which is odd because when he gets on the phone in a private conversation...
So Rora was working against him. I showed up at the house, and then I got a call on my phone from the police, from the Summit County Sheriff's Department. I said, why, what's going on? And she said, well, she said that you came over here and you hit her in the stomach with a book. Well, that's a felony that she accused me of. So she accused me of felony. She accused me of felony battery.
It's just so weird to have somebody make such blatantly contradictory statements in such detail, no less. And when you call him out on it, he will not concede that what he said is not true in either scenario. He will somehow manufacture a bridge of the opposites and claim it's not the opposite. And it's just, to me, that there's a piece of that that might be detailed as mental illness. But mental illness is a pretty broad spectrum, as I so often say. Mental illness covers mild depression and full-blown, like, catatonic schizophrenia and psychopathy, and a lot of gray area in between. So I don't think he can be absolved of guilt and lay it at the feet of mental illness, especially when he's so consciously saying things that he knows are not true. This is just another example of Matthew Burdick saying one thing publicly and the complete opposite privately. And just as a reminder, links and phone numbers in the description. Contact any of these people for help if you are yourself a victim of any domestic violence.